Okay, hello everyone, and it is my great honor to share our research. And our research is about master's education in STEM fields in China, and in particular, we pay more attention on the gender difference. Our research is about 5 sections, and first, I will introduce our research background and our research questions. As we can see, gender differences in education has been widely recognized as an important policy issue, no matter in Australia, European countries, American, or Britain. But women have made considerable progress in higher education participation. The proportion of women in the field of STEM remains low. In China, we started to rebuild our master training system during the 1980s, and in 2017, there are about 2.28 million master students. During the expansion of master's education, female students' participation is also rising. From this figure, we can see that the ratio of female students in STEM education in China has risen from 47.5% to 54.2% from the year of 2007 to the year of 2017. Apart from the participation, female students may also suffer from disadvantage during the socialization process. Compared with explicit enrollment rates, implicit inequality embedded in socialization is easy to ignore but difficult to change. In our research, we use 4 indicators to measure socialization. They are research projects involvement, academic publication, the satisfaction with their advisor, and the pursuit of doctorate. Here are 2 research questions. 1, what are the differences between female and male master students in terms of socialization in STEM fields? And 2, does the gender matching between master students and their advisor influence socialization in STEM fields? The next part is about the literature review. After reviewing the literature, we found that gender segregation in graduate education can divided into 2 aspects. First is the horizontal segregation, which refers to the underrepresentation of a certain group across domains. And next is about the vertical segregation. It means the underrepresentation of a certain group in rankings, such as the differential status. Some researchers have noticed that gender inequity becomes more prominent in the STEM fields. But other scholars also noted that gender matching in graduate education is also important. For example, a male advisor may pose severe structural barriers for female students in terms of teacher-student interaction, particularly in a male-dominated department. Based on the existing literature, we found 4 research gaps. First, the majority of research on gendered graduate education is mainly concerned with doctoral students, while few have focused on master's levels. Second, previous studies have been conducted within individual departments, but research based on large national data is limited. Third, qualitative methodologies have been applied in the extant literature, but quantitative ones have yet to be utilized. And last, most of the empirical studies of gender disparities in STEM fields have long been confined to the Western context. But what status do female students face? within other contexts in different social dynamics and cultural norms remains to be explored. Based on all the literature, we construct our conceptual framework and mainly explore the factors influencing the socialization from different levels. And the third part is about the methodology. Our data is from a National Master's Education Quality Survey in 2017, and the Table 1 reports the female ratio of both master's students and their advisors. As we can see that the female advisor has a low percentage, mainly below 25%. So we can see that STEM fields in China remain male-dominated. This table reports the variables in our research. As I mentioned before, we have 4 dependent variables, and our independent variable are gender and the gender matching. Apart from those, we also controlled other variables. In table 3, we can find that there exists significant difference between male and female students in terms of project participation, academic publication, project participation, satisfaction with advisor, and their pursuit of a doctorate. But we found no difference in terms of academic publication. From the table below, we can find that there exists a significant difference between different fields. So we need to run regression models by subfields in STEM. Next part is about our research findings. First is for project participation. As we can see, male students participate in more projects than their female counterparts. And in terms of the gender matching effect, we find that the male students with a female advisor may participate in fewer research projects than female students with female advisors. Next is about the academic publication. We found no difference between male and female students. Next one is about their satisfaction with advisors. It is interesting to note that female students have a higher satisfaction with their advisors. And last is about their pursuit of a doctorate. We found that male students are more likely to continue their study during the next stage, namely the doctoral study. The last part, I will report our conclusions. First, female respondents participate in fewer research projects during their studies and were less likely to pursue a doctorate after graduation. This finding is consistent with studies in the Western context, but we found no significant gender difference in academic publication, and the female students were highly satisfied with their advisor. The possible explanation for this may lie in the one-child policy implemented in China since the 1980s. Because of this policy, each family is encouraged to have only one child, so parents may hold equal educational aspirations, and thus they may increase their educational investment for the young girls. Next, we advanced the existing literature by finding some different patterns in subfields in STEM. For example, in physics, female students have equal representation, but there is no significant disadvantages in their socialization process. However, in computer science, female students is underrepresented and they have less research opportunities. In civil engineering, female students have low representation and have less research opportunities, but they are highly satisfied with their advisor. And last, in mathematics, female students are well represented. They are highly satisfied with their advisor, but they are less productive and less likely to pursue a doctorate. In terms of the gender matching effect, female students with female advisor are more satisfied and they also more productive. So we highlight the importance of the same gender advisor. In another words, female students may need more female advisor as their role model. Based on our research findings, we put forward 3 policy implications. First, we highlight the importance to tackle gender disparity in STEM fields at the master's education level. And the second, differential interventions for distinct subfields are recommended. And third, gender matching between students and advisor deserves more attention. Here are 3 primary limitations of our research. First, we only measured the number of research projects that students participated in and the number of academic papers they published, rather than the quality of the research involvement. And second, we only explored in 4 fields, but as we all know, STEM fields may include more. And third, mainly considered factors from students themselves, their advisors and institutions where they enrolled, but we don't control other factors such as the factors because of they from different family background. And here are our references. And that's all for all my presentations. Thank you for the listening.
Okay, thank you very much for a very interesting presentation. You have 3 more minutes. So if you have any additional explanation or some kind of discussion point about the COVID-19 impacts on mass education related to your presentation, please, feel free to mention
yes.
about some topics. Yes, you have 2 more minutes. So.
Okay, so as we focused on the gender difference, so we may more interested in under the COVID-19 impact is the female students may face even more educational inequality, such as such as more students may study through the internet. So it's male students are more actively and have more discussion in the study process because female may more silent in the classrooms. So I may wonder if they still become silent in the website study programs.